Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith, bringing you news from beyond the mirror from the other world. I was a little disappointed, but let me just tell you, yesterday I was really stoked about the Seven Nights update. It was really serious. I mean, it was 14 files. 14 serious files were being downloaded, and I was really wondering, ooh, what new characters are they going to release? Oh, I'm so excited. What are they going to do? It was such a huge file. I mean, it was obvious to me that they were going to add a new character, a new awakened character. But, disappointingly, they didn't release a new character at all. They didn't release anybody. But however, they did buff one of the characters. As you can see, I'm going down the list here, and there's absolutely no new characters that were released at all. Not even on the special character list. They didn't really update anything, but however, the character they buffed they buffed her a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how they buffed her, but I don't really use her a lot. I do in my other account, the Chris server, I use her a little more, but I don't really use her in this one. I don't think I will, because I already have some really cool mages on my team. And some more good news I wanted to share with you was, I have a very special character I obtained yesterday, and not Sephiroth. Now, his name isn't Sephiroth, but I just call him not Sephiroth because, look at him, for goodness sake. If you're just joining us with this, I started calling him that in the last few videos ago, because look at him, he looks like Sephiroth. It's like they were really trying to make him not look like Sephiroth, but I'm pretty sure even the developers know this guy looks exactly like Sephiroth. So I've been calling him not Sephiroth ever since then. So, I just got him yesterday. He was very hard to get, and, I feel like I should have gotten another awakened character, honestly. I mean, he's great, but he's not amazing. I mean, I really have seen some better awakened characters than him, and when I use him on the field, his awakened skill just doesn't seem like it does much at all. It just doesn't seem very useful to me, but he is only level 30. I am going to try to rank him up to level 46, because that's going to take like 8 months, though, if I don't get lucky and get him from the character draw. That's going to take like 8 months, because as you can see, it takes about 28 days, and that's about a month to get a Knight Selector and a Dark Knight Selector and a 4-Lord Selector. And that will give you a Dark Knight, and that will give me a 4-star version of him. And what I have to do is, in that month, I will upgrade him to a 6-star, and in that time, I will have upgraded him to level 32. So it'll take about 8 months, and it takes 8 upgrades total to get them to level 46. But it won't be that hard, and I probably have all of his items fully upgraded by then anyways. So, when that happens, I'll show you guys. I will show you guys what I level him up to level 46. But right now, in this video, we're not actually talking about him. We are talking about, this is a discussion on what new characters will be next. Who it should be next. A lot of people probably are wondering why they didn't even release a character now. But that's what's seriously been disappointing me. I mean, that was a lot of files. I mean, they updated a few things graphically to the game and added a few interesting details to it, but they weren't exactly big. There's just a few illustrations that they changed, a few menus that they changed up, and I believe as I said, they might have changed a few things graphically, but they haven't really added anything too big or character related. But I will show you guys some theories I have to awaken characters that will be next. Now, as for the Dark Knights, probably not. They may release a few more of the Dark Knights in a couple of later updates. But as of now, I'm pretty sure they aren't planning on releasing the Dark Knights right now. But I have been wrong about that before. I didn't think they were going to release the Dark Knight, at least not Sephiroth, and they ended up releasing him. So, I'm pretty sure, as I said before, most of these characters will be characters we already know. Now, but first thing we have to notice about the Dark Knights is that they have strength equivalent to a 7 Knight. And these Dark Knights are abnormally strong. So what normal character could actually be on this list, and how could they actually fit on this list? How could they? I mean, an awakened normal character probably would just end up on either Evan's hero list, which is the White Wolves, or the regular awakened character list, which is over here. I'm not entirely sure if that means they probably won't release any normal characters to the Dark Knights list, meaning some of the Dark Knights might be some of the characters we already know, meaning like the Four Lords or the Four Lords of old. And that tells me that maybe one of the knights, 7 knights, may be among the Dark Knights list. But who other than Delens is actually a negative character in this game? Now, I kind of picked up a few clues about Rachel. Rachel isn't exactly a very great knight. I mean, she's a great character, but I'm trying to say she's not a very good person. She's really kind of stuck up. She's really not very friendly. And when Evan tried to talk to her, she just, in the English version, from what I realized about her, is she's just not a very kind person. As powerful as she is, she's not very friendly. For example, her relationship between Aline, I've noticed that she never felt strongly about her, and Aline was always the sweet one. She was always the optimistic one. She kind of seemed like the downer. Oh, I don't really want to be around you, but whatever. I'll just be with you just because I'm supposed to team up and fight these guys. And she was like, oh, come on, be my friend. Let's be friends now. It's okay. Just throw all the things in the past aside. Let's just be friends again. And she's like, whatever. I'm not entirely sure what this is between her and Rudy. It might just mean ally or something, but I'm not entirely sure. My Korean friends, can you point out what exactly this says? If that's okay, just leave it in the comments below. I would really like if you guys could translate that for me, because as you know, my translation app really does suck. But anyways, that's kind of a theory I had. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I mean, Rachel isn't exactly a terrible character. I mean, she still has been fighting for the right thing, and she still has been doing the right thing in the game, as far as I can tell. But just her attitude kind of proved to me that she might end up being a turn to the dark side a little later. But I'm not entirely sure about that. As for the rest of the knights, not Spike, but I think his name's Jave rather. Sorry, my nose is running. Been in this closet for a while, it's a little stuffy in here. But anyways, I think his name is Jave. Yeah, I think that's it. But anyways, he's pretty strong. He's a very strong knight, but he doesn't exactly like people. Something else I've noticed. He doesn't really like humans. He kind of considers himself a dragon. Doesn't find himself very comfortable around people, even though he's a human himself. He was raised by dragons, and being raised by dragons probably may not be a very strong thing in human nature, but he's a really cool character, and he still fought for the right thing, and he still believes in doing the right thing, so he probably won't be. Now, someone I really had a suspicion for was Spike, because Spike is, first of all, he's a little cold-hearted. He's not exactly what you would call a great person. I'll just be completely honest with you. Spike, although his character, when you use him, you kind of don't expect that. But once you play the story, you find out that Spike's a little cold, and he only finds Jave. I keep calling him Jive in my head, but I think his name is Jave. But anyways, he's a little closer to Jave, as you can see. He's a little friendlier with him. But as far as everyone else is concerned, not so much. He's a little cold and a little distant between the world, and the only one he finds close to is Jade. But as for other characters, I kind of made the theory of, a few videos ago. Whoops, wrong button. A few videos ago, I made a theory as to him being a Dark Knight, but as I said earlier, Dark Knights will be some really strong characters, and meaning they probably shouldn't be among the normal character list, because that means they would have to seriously buff the normal character, and normal characters are very common, so getting normal characters is easy. So that means they'll have an easier chance of getting a Dark Knight if one of these characters were a Dark Knight. So he probably won't be on the Dark Knights list. If he was awakened, he probably would be on something a little different. Or, for a good example, he may be on, now that I think about it, he might be on Karen's list. Karen's list is a very, very odd list. I've already noticed it. When Karin was released, so I was already wondering what exactly would be released next. And after Nox was released, I realized that Karen's list will be among some really, really strange characters. And the strange characters meaning Nox. And I was thinking another character that may be on her list will be her. She might be on her list next. And another person that might be on her list is, as I said, it might be him. But I'm not entirely sure about that. Either that or earlier, there's something else I wanted to tell you guys about. Just yesterday, I was talking to somebody. They were not yesterday; it was a few days ago. They were wondering about the God of Destruction. Now, in the game, the God of Destruction is one of the main villains. He was thinking that maybe they were going to make him a raid boss. But I'll be completely honest with you, I don't think that's going to be the case. The God of Destruction is going to be he's a strong character in the story, so he may actually just end up being one of the Dark Knights, or on a completely different hero list, and meaning he might be on her list. Now, there are two characters right there for you that might be on this character list. That evil mage guy and the God of Destruction might be on this list. As for his normal character form, that's a good question. Every awakened character has a normal character form before they are awakened to their stronger form. And that means, I'm guessing he might start out, if he was a character, he might start out on this list right here. But I'm not entirely sure about that. And he might start out as like a 5-star, and then he'll go into a 6-star, and then he'll go into an awakened character. But I'm not entirely sure about that. Those are just some theories on who might be on Karen's list. But as for the Dark Knights, they're going to be on the special characters list. Like, for good example, I told you guys about this earlier. Devil Lubu will definitely be awakened. Now, his name isn't Devil Lubu, but that probably will be the name of his awakened character. Well, as I said in another video, it was called the Dark Knights discussion. I was talking about him being Devil Lubu as an awakened character, because every game Lubu is in, and every time he has like a super form, it is called Devil Lubu. That is the most common character in RPG history from what I know, because I've played a lot of RPG games with him being an included character, and every time he was evolved, he was always called Devil Lubu. So that's probably what we're going to be expecting from him. As for the rest of the characters here, I don't know about Sun Wukong, honestly. He's a very free-spirited character. He's not exactly bad. I mean, he did work with Delens for a little while. So he may be on the Dark Knight's list awakened, but I'm not entirely sure how they're going to awaken Sun Wukong. Such a strong legendary character. How would they actually change this legend to something something different? But what would they do to change him? Probably just make him a little more powerful, honestly. But I kind of don't remember any super form for Sun Wukong. I just remember him being simply Sun Wukong. And as I said, he's a very, very traditional, very, very legendary character. His legend is actually a real legend. If you type in Sun Wukong on a search engine, you're going to find a really, really cool story about a very powerful, the Monkey King. It's a very, really cool story. If you want to put that in the search engine, please do. It's really, really cool. You guys gotta check that out. But anyways, it's probably really hard to make such a powerful character into a powerful lore character into an awakened character. That's going to be very, very hard to do. But as for her, I can imagine her being one of the Dark Knights, but she seems a little too good. So I might end up just going towards probably him. But on second thought, he's a Nightcrow, so he's going to be on the Nightcrow list. He won't be among the Dark Knights. Since he's the leader of the Nightcrow, he's just going to be here. That's just obvious. He's definitely going to be here. Probably in the next few updates, they're probably going to add Tio as an awakened character. But as for the Dark Knights list, as I was talking about earlier, all of them are probably going to be on this list. And like a couple of them are going to be newer characters. So let's see. These are the characters that will be on the newer characters. Let's see. One. There's only going to be 2 new characters on the Dark Knights list. The rest will be characters we already know. So let's check. Let's see how many that is. I counted them on the last video, the Dark Knight's discussion, but I just forgot. So let's see. 2 characters we don't know, so they'll probably be right here underneath not Sephiroth. And that means there'll be 3 characters we already know, and they'll be awakened. Very, very interesting, don't you think? That means, that tells you what exactly they're going to do with this game. Because they already have added awakened characters. Will they ever add something more than just awakened characters? That makes you really, really think, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Because if the God of Destruction was released, he would be a very, very powerful character. Meaning, he might be more powerful than even an awakened character. I mean, he's obviously going to be on the awakened character, this special character list, rather. So, how powerful would he actually be as a normal character? That makes you really think, doesn't it? But anyways, that's all the time I got right now, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. I will be coming out with more videos soon. I'm sorry I didn't release one yesterday. I was really just waiting for 7 Nights to release their update. They released it at 11 o'clock at night, and I started recording kind of late too. But I promised myself I was going to upload this video the next day, but I just didn't want to upload it really, really early for you guys. I wanted it to be early in the morning instead of early at night. I didn't want that to happen. I really didn't. But I really was hoping that they were going to add something more with this update. That really did trouble me once I opened the game and just found they didn't really add anything. But anyways, that's all the time I got, gamers. See you in the next video. Bye.